Hi guys, I'm Melissa Blundon from North Madison Congregational Church, and the deacons thought that this might be a nice community outreach project during this time of isolation. So I invite you into my garden, and the idea is that we're going to share each other's garden spaces, and I want to invite you guys to share yours too. So if you are interested in sharing, give me a call and we'll schedule a time. We're going to do this, we're going to call it Tuesdays in the Garden, and it's just about sharing, okay? It's not about, you know, having the Royal Botanical Garden, you know. It's just about sharing and community outreach. So I'm going to start off today with I call this my salad bowl garden, and it's kind of close to my kitchen door, and I plant some herbs and some greens and stuff like that. And now you can plant some cold crop things. So I've got lettuce and some arugula. I'm going to plant some kale and some spinach, some sage, and what else do I have here? More lettuce. I've got some parsley, some Swiss chard, and the peas. You can plant those this time of year. So, first of all, I want to start kind of where I left off about the dirt. A few weeks ago when we started our creation series for Lent, I did a children's sermon, and we talked about the importance of dirt and the connection that humans have to the earth. And for anybody that didn't see it, you know, we started off by saying in this little handful of dirt, there's 5 billion life forms in this dirt. 5 billion. So the earth is alive, and we are connected to it. We need it. Those life forms inside the dirt, they feed the plants, and the plants feed us, okay? So that's the thing about dirt, and it's important to feed your dirt. So in the spring, when we do some planting, first thing I'm gonna do is add some compost to my dirt, and I'll show you a little bit more about this compost. But this is, you know, my own compost that I've made from my kitchen scraps and my manures. I have horses. Over there they are. I've got a bunny and chickens, and I use all that in my compost. So we're just going to throw some compost in here and work the dirt a little bit. And then I'm just going to plant my plants. And, oh, and Henry's going to help us. This is Henry. Hello, Henry. Henry's about a year old. He joined our family just about a year ago. I picked him up like the day before Good Friday. So this little pack, if you gently pull it apart, you can just clump it all together, but I usually like to just break them up a little bit. And I just poke them in there. Don't get too fancy about it. You know, that's the thing about gardening, is that, you know, you just need to trust your intuition a little bit. I mean, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, but don't be afraid to trust your intuition, because you're gonna make mistakes. That's okay. That's how you learn. And most of the time, you don't make mistakes. There's no such thing as a brown thumb. Right, Henry? I'm just sticking them in, you know? Yep. Okay. And, you know, you to keep your little labels if you want to. I don't usually, because I know the plants and I don't have to worry about that. So next, I think I want to do, oh, here's my romaine. I want to keep my lettuces together. Now this is just how I happen to buy these plants as they were available. These are individually packed. Oh, these are smaller, so they're a little more fragile. But plants are resilient. So, now it's nice because it's going to rain later. And later on, I may have to thin some of this out. You know, the little plants that aren't thriving, kind of survival of the fittest, I guess. I'll thin them out and let the bigger ones grow. I'm not doing it in rows, although I kind of started that way. I don't really want rows. I'll just stick it in. Just stick it in, let it grow. Yeah. So you can see how I'm going to progress on this salad bowl garden. Over here, I think I'll put this here. How am I doing for time? Okay. So, I want to move on to the next thing then. Okay. All right, so I don't want to take up all my time here. So I want to show you something else. So come on with me. I want to show you a little bit about the compost because so many people ask me about compost. So we're going to go to my compost pile. And really, this is so easy to do. You don't have to overthink this either. You can go online and read about it and find out, you know, more specifically how to do it. But I'll tell you what, I don't get too specific about it myself. So this is my kitchen scrap container. And I put my kitchen scraps in there. And you can see I got paper towels, coffee grinds, banana peels. All right, I put eggshells. There you go. And my kitchen scraps. So basically you have green materials and brown materials. Green materials are like the stuff that, the sources of nitrogen, like the kitchen scraps. Okay, from your yard, it's like the green leaf material that you deadhead throughout the summer, stuff like that. I never ever put weeds in my compost or meat or anything sick. So those are, you know, 3 important rules. Other than that, I don't get too uptight about the percentage of green and brown materials. But basically, you're going to kind of layer your materials. So, and the other question people ask me is about bins. Now, I just happen to have these 3 bins. It's just what came along, and so I use them. But you don't even have to have a bin. You can do it in a pile, but you know, you don't want animals getting into it. So you can see here, I'm adding my materials. I rotate, and right now this only has 1 rock. Those have 2. So this is the one I'm adding to, and just put it in there. And then every now and then I'll put some manure in there, and then some leaves for some brown material, and just kind of layer it up, throw it in there. Air is kind of important, so I have this really cool tool. Oh, see, look at this is an old toilet paper roll. You can use that. Cardboard and newspaper is good too. So anyway, I have this tool, and every now and then I kind of go through and stab it. It does need a little bit of moisture, so sometimes if it's looking too dry, again, just use your intuition. I'll add some water or open the tops and let some rain fall in. Sometimes if you want to accelerate the process, you can add some sugar water. So anyway, that's where I got the compost that I put into my little salad bowl garden. I dug it out of this one here. That one's all ready. And that's it. That's compost. So, in conclusion, I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope that you might think about sharing your own garden space with us in this time of isolation. It's just really good to connect. It's good to connect with each other, human beings. It's good to connect with nature. And remember that we are part of the earth and we need to take care of it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing it. Take care.